It's going. All right. Ready?
All right, you got it.
Yeah,
Cool.
let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay. In three, two, one. Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies with Nerdist the New Bully. I'm your host, Leroy, with my co-host.
This is Eli.
Yep, and we're back with the last episode of 2018. This is going to be it for us, and after this, we're going to look to a new horizon, 2019. Who knows what 2019 will bring us, you know? Eli, how's your 2018 been going so far? Well, I mean, even though it's about to end in a few days.
It was just swell.
That's hey, you can't complain about that. It was swell. That's a good thing. We made it to the end, so that's a good thing. It's been up and down for me. Was broke at the beginning of the year, made a little bit more money because I got a raise. Gained weight at the beginning of the year, lost weight at the end of the year. Last month, gained it back. I threw away the scale, right? So I just judge it by the belt buckle. And
Pretty much. Yeah.
yes.
Well, everybody gains weight around now.
Yeah, so you hit Thanksgiving, you hit Christmas, and then you just hit. You're like, okay, this belt buckle doesn't buckle the same way it did before. So so you can feel it. So of course, New Year's resolution, everybody's gonna be in the gym, everybody's gonna quit smoking, everybody's gonna quit drinking, and then about January 5th, we're back doing what we were doing before. so
Yeah.
so good luck with those New Year's resolutions. And so, me personally, Eli. Okay, so we're done with Christmas, right? And I remember early in the year you said something about Kwanzaa. And I thought about it, I was like, do I even want to
Okay.
get into it and try to celebrate Kwanzaa? The thing is, I don't know anything about it. We're in 20, and that's the biggest takeaway from 2018 now. The biggest takeaway from 2018 from everybody is that everybody's woke now.
Yeah.
And so, and the thing is, I don't know if I want to get into it because I started looking into it and I'm like, oh, wait. It's 7 days? 7 days of this? I just got through with Christmas. I don't even want to deal with Christmas anymore. That was one day and stressed me the fuck out. This is 7 days of this? I don't know if I want to do this. This seems a little bit too stressful, especially after Christmas. Do I have to choose one? Do I do both? Do I just cancel Christmas and just go with this? Is it a Christmas present every day? I don't know, Eli. It's too much. I'm going to have to let it go. I'm going to just have to stick with
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah. The same here.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's I mean, look at everybody celebrate Hanukkah. They don't celebrate Hanukkah and Christmas. They pick one and leave it at that. And so
Yeah. Pretty much.
yeah, so that's all I think. And plus, hey, Christmas isn't even really celebrating Jesus anyway. If you really look at all the traditions that come from it, it's paganism.
Yeah.
I mean, we hate to say that. You're probably celebrating Thor more than you're celebrating Jesus.
Yeah. It's more of a Scandinavian holiday. The whole idea of Christmas trees and Yule
Right.
and
Gift giving, Santa Claus, everything.
yeah, that was all from Scandinavian cultures. The winter solstice and you know
Right, because
I heard Jesus wasn't born in Jesus was born in the summertime.
he was born in the summertime, right? Oh yeah. So yeah, we just lost like our last three listeners to this podcast. Well, glad you stuck with us for the rest of 2018 before you decide to quit on us now. David said we move on to the rest of the podcast.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Now, just want to let you know for everybody seeing the banner right now, and I don't know who's seeing the banner. I just threw that up there just for shock effect. We're not gonna talk about any of that shit. Just give you a preview of what happened in
Yeah.
2018.
About to say, was it Defenders last year?
Well, okay. I'm gonna just briefly touch on that. Defenders was last year, but the big bullshit that happened with Defenders was this year. Remember, they disappeared. Thanos snapped.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's why I put them up there because it was just a big deal. And I started to put Henry Cavill up there, but then I started running out of space. Like, shit, I
Yeah,
should
I
have shrunk
agree
this
at
shit
all.
down some more. But anyway, number one, Eli, give it to me. What is the number one movie of last week or this week or whatever?
Oh, is it Aquaman again?
It was Aquaman again, and it was weird because, like I said, Aquaman did 67 million last week. This week it did 51 million, so it only had a 23% drop off. So that's actually unheard of. You never do that much. But here's the thing. Okay, so we got Mary Poppins, and we got Bumblebee. Bumblebee actually only had like a 5% drop. So it had pretty much almost the same amount of people saw it last week as they did this week. So people are actually probably going to the movie theaters more this week than they did last week. Mary Poppins jumped up about 19%. You got number 4, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse went up 11%. So people are going to the movies this week. It's jumping up there. Spider-Verse isn't hitting like we thought it would. Well, actually, we called it that it didn't do the numbers it's supposed to be doing. And so,
Yeah.
but I guess Sony's happy with it. I don't know. What do we also have? Number 5, The Mule, that Clint Eastwood movie. We're seeing Clint Eastwood movie. You already think Clint Eastwood gonna be him riding in on a horse, shooting people and shit like that. Now you see Clint Eastwood movie, he like old as fuck. Number 6, Vice. Vice, what is that?
That's the Dick Cheney movie. Christian Bale as
Oh,
Dick Cheney.
oh,
Supposed to be good, I hear.
yeah, yeah. It looks good. It looks good. I mean, Christian Bale. I mean, he never fails in a movie. So, what? Oh, now speaking of failure, Holmes and Watson. I haven't.
Oh damn.
Yeah, I haven't looked at the numbers. Last time I heard it had a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. Wait, I can actually pull the numbers up. I need to quit being lazy. No, I'm gonna be lazy. Uh, I heard it's like really, really bad. Even heard reports of people walking out of the theater, you know, while the movie's still going. Like that's how bad it is.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
I don't know. That's rough, especially with those two guys. I mean, they made Step Brothers. You know, they made
Yeah.
Ricky Bobby. I love those movies. So, I don't know. Number 8, Second Act. I don't know what that is, but it's still hanging in there. Number 9, Ralph Breaks the Internet. Still hanging in there. And number 10 is Dr. Seuss the Grinch. Number 18. So yeah, still hanging in there. So yeah, Aquaman is doing numbers. Let's pull up Aquaman's numbers. Okay. See, I'm not gonna get triggered like I did with Venom. If Aquaman does great numbers, I have no problem with that. You know. Plus, I want DC to get a win. You know, I'm tired of them getting
Yeah.
crapped on. You know.
Shit. I went and saw it again, so shit.
Did you?
Some of that money's mine. Yeah.
Have you seen Bumblebee yet?
I did see Bumblebee, yeah.
Oh wow. Oh, you said you did see Bumblebee?
I did.
Oh, okay. What-
Movie ever, except for the cartoon. Well, I ain't gonna count the cartoon in that. But yeah. Better than all the Michael Bay piles of shit.
Okay, because I was gonna like, hold up. You saw
So
Bumblebee. You saw Aquaman twice. And saw Bumblebee once. I was gonna wonder about that. Because like, come on, you can at least see it once to throw some money that way.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I enjoyed Bumblebee. It's very lighthearted. It's very like it's geared for kids. It is geared for kids. So
I mean, you
but
can
it was
say the
still a
same
lot of
thing
fun.
about Aquaman though.
Yeah, yeah, but there's no like horror monsters in Bumblebee.
Okay,
like
I got
there
you.
is
I
in-
got you.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that movie went into a horror flick for a little bit, but no, man, if you're a Transformers fan, you get to see all those old school designs and shit, and I mean the first 5 minutes is all on Cybertron and shit, so
Oh wow. Okay.
so
Which is what
it
the
was
fans
cool.
always wanted.
Yeah, so yeah, I enjoyed it for what it was, you know. But yeah, I mean, it's for the kids, you know. Take your kids to see it, you know.
I guess. Okay. You really don't sound too enthused about it, but okay.
Well, I mean, I don't want to spoil anything, but I will. Fuck it, spoilers. I mean, it is a Bumblebee movie. I was kind of hoping that, you know, Prime and everybody was going to show back up again, but so yeah. But other than that, you know, it was still cool. I still enjoyed it. I still had fun. I was just, you know, like, oh shit, you know, wanted more. I mean, I'm sure they're going to make more, you know.
I don't
It's a-
know,
it's a
Eli.
franchise.
I don't know. Because I'm going to pull up
Well,
these Aquaman numbers and I'm pull up Bumblebee's numbers in a second. We will see. Right now, not Bumblebee. Fuck Bumblebee. Aquaman. Aquaman right now is sitting at worldwide 748 million. So yes, you're gonna see a bunch of reports already saying it's beating Justice League. That's not news. Justice League didn't make any money, so of course it was gonna beat Justice League. Let's find out when it beats actually good movies. Let's see if it starts getting close to Wonder Woman. Let's start getting close to Batman v Superman. Let's see if it get close to 1 billion. You know, some people out there thinking it might be Black Panther.
I heard it's killing it overseas.
It's killing overseas. Yeah, China is doing so good in China, they extended it in China. I'm like, okay, well, that's pretty damn good. So it's doing pretty good in China. It's doing pretty good here, but it's not doing like blockbuster numbers like it should have. Like it's doing decent, but it's not just blowing it up. You know, like you expect a movie with no real competition to do because Bumblebee really isn't competition. Mary Poppins really isn't competition. They thought they were going to be, but they weren't. You know.
Yeah, but then again, this is Aquaman. No one
That is
gives a
true.
shit about you know what I mean?
That is true. I mean, I guess we're expecting too much.
Everyone's talking about, surprise. Yeah, like no one gives a shit about this character. And then they're saying, "Oh, well, it ain't beating Batman or Superman." Well, of course, because everybody likes those guys.
Right.
Nobody gives a shit about Aquaman, and you're surprised that it's not making Batman's numbers.
5 actors playing them in over 40 years of the movies.
Yeah, Aquaman's ain't making it that good. We don't even like him. So what the fuck you bitching about?
Right. It's just funny. We live in 2018. Aquaman, the savior of DC. Like, really? That's where we are now. And then I thought about it. Okay, let's talk about Aquaman. It's like, I'm gonna just pull up Bumblebee numbers. Bumblebee's like 150 million worldwide. No one gives a shit. Okay, so let's go back to Aquaman. Now, I noticed. Did you remember one thing we didn't talk about in the last one? That who wrote the movie?
Aquaman?
Yeah, Aquaman. Like, okay. It was some schmuck that we don't know, but co-writing credit also went to Geoff Johns.
Well, it was based on a lot of his run. So.
Right, but he said it was also based on a run he actually was working on but never came out with and decided to turn it into a treatment for a movie. And that treatment was, okay, I can't remember the thing. I think he was going to call it was basically like the sequel to Throne of Atlantis. It was going to be called Rise of Atlantis or something. But basically the storyline was going to be Ocean Master was going to go to war with the Seven Seas and try to take over and do political back deals, and that's what that story was going to be. But he never actually made that story. And then when the movie came around, he like just take that and just put it in the movie, and that's why they gave him writing credits.
Okay.
So that's what I'm thinking. So you got Geoff Johns wrote Aquaman, big hit. Geoff Johns wrote Wonder Woman, big hit. So going forward, DC needs to put Geoff Johns on more movies. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, Geoff Johns is an awesome screenwriter. He's better than any guy they have over at Marvel. I'm not talking about the comic writers. I'm talking about the movie guys.
Yeah, well, he was wasn't he like in charge of their creative department or whatever the fuck for a little bit?
Yeah, but it was like a figurehead name title. Yeah. Like, it didn't really mean anything,
Yeah.
So he's
and
over
they got rid of that anyways. They took away that title anyways.
Right.
Because whatever fucked that up. One of that movies fucked it up. Or Justice League.
All of the movies fucked it up. Right? Like, pick one. Yeah. So it's just funny to me that they have Geoff Johns just sitting on the bench the whole time. They have all this talent and they're not doing anything with this guy. But when you finally put him on there, then you got Aquaman and Wonder Woman, who characters nobody gives a fuck about, are their best movies. You're like, you should have had him doing this shit the whole time. Especially as he was behind the scenes watching what Zack Snyder was doing with Man of Steel, telling him, don't do this shit. You're fucking up before you come. And they just don't listen to him. It's literally like if the LA Lakers bring LeBron James over and sit him on the bench and don't play him. Like, don't worry, LeBron. We'll play you sometime. But we're going to do something else. We're going to go with this other guy. No. That's basically what we're doing.
We got this, man.
We want to see what the other guys can do, LeBron, first.
Yeah.
Like, no, Geoff Johns is your best guy. He is your secret weapon. Put him out there. Put him on the front. You put him in the Shazam. If he's his name anywhere in the Shazam movie gonna be a hit too. Guarantee you.
I'm looking that up right now.
Right.
And he is not on it. Let's see. He's not on the screenplay part.
Oh shit.
I'm trying to see if is he actually okay.
Because he wrote the Shazam New 52 origin also.
Oh, The Rock is executive producing. He's not even an executive producer.
Oh wow. Okay.
So
we might be looking at a rough one here, Eli.
Production man. I'm sure he is.
Damn, did he deliver coffee? Anything?
Is he on stunts?
Yeah, something.
Yeah, I don't see him anywhere.
Oh shit.
Writing,
okay.
There's 5 writing credits. He ain't on it.
Okay. Well, maybe they went back and read some of his comics, but I don't know. We'll see from there. That being said, also Eli, on the DC Universe, they actually have something on DC Universe worth watching. They have
Oh,
yeah, they had a Aquaman like documentary on there. Like went about his whole history like that. I like it's pretty interesting. And so I
yeah, you
learned.
said that to me. I didn't watch it though. I should
Well,
watch it.
I don't think you could have anyway.
Oh,
Yeah, I just honestly I just did it to remind myself. That's all to watch it later on. So I watched it. It was really interesting. It gave me some really interesting backstory on Aquaman. He's basically been completely rebooted 4 times. So that Jeff John runs that you're familiar with in the New 52. Everything before then, ignore basically because they just pretty much just
that's pretty much what I have done. I don't know anything before the New 52. So.
yeah. I mean because basically what happened like Aquaman. Here's the thing: Aquaman was never popular. He's been around since the 40s, right? The first time he was ever on a cover was in a Justice League book.
Okay.
Yeah, so he had all these adventures before Justice League, was never on the cover of any comic. Any solo comic he had eventually was canceled. The longest run he had before then was that Peter David run when he became like the one-handed barbarian underwater, Conan. Yeah. That's the longest run he had, and even that only lasts like 48 issues. So that was probably the peak Aquaman you would have had at that point before. Back in the 60s, Black Manta killed his son.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was they said it was like one of the really, really like dark storylines and shit like that. They were like, well, maybe like they pretty much say it's like one of the most controversial storylines like in comics ever. Like when Captain Marvel got raped by her son. That one too. So,
Jesus.
like just put all that up there. So I thought that was pretty interesting. They keep changing his origin around. Okay, like in the Golden Age when he first was made, he was actually like he was regularly human. There was no Atlantis in there. He was human, but he was kind of like a meta-human. Like his dad was underwater, like a submarine. Thomas Curry was like a I don't know, swimmer, diver, whatever like that. And he turned, he did some experiments on his son to turn him into a water breather, and somehow he learned how to talk to dolphins, like like Mr. Magoo, not Mr. Magoo, Dr. Doolittle, that guy. Okay, then in sometime whatever like that, he actually was a full-blooded Atlantean. And Thomas Curry just, adopted him like, the Kents did. So when Jeff Johns came, he just completely rebooted that shit and just did whatever the fuck he wanted.
Yeah, that sounds lame.
Yeah. they just did whatever they want to. Jeff Johns pretty much like throw all that bullshit out. I'm just do what the fuck I want to. This is it. So yeah, ignore all that shit. Basically. It's a few stuff he took here and there, but for the most part, this is the only run you need to worry about for Aquaman. So
Yeah.
Yeah, let me say it. Like I said, I know I said ignore the pictures and all the stuff like that because we're going to do a year in review. But you know what? Let's go ahead and do the year in review. Are you ready for Eli? Okay. Because honestly,
Yep.
I don't know what I picked. Let me see what I picked. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I had to write this shit down. You gave me homework.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I gave you homework. I gave myself homework and didn't even do it. So let's start off first. Let's go with the big one right now. Okay, we're not gonna do a top 5, but you're gonna give it just the top 1. Okay, best movie of the year. Well, favorite movie of the year.
Me go first?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I put Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse.
What?
It was hard. It was all right. There was so many good movies, but I gotta say the one that I gotta go with the one that moved me the most, and I gotta go with Into the Spider-Verse, because I didn't see Infinity War till that Monday, so
So you didn't get that emotional attachment like everybody else did.
yeah, so I felt nothing. My heart was I was
Somebody
dead
robbed
inside.
you of that experience.
Yeah, Thanos fucking disintegrated my heart, so I felt nothing.
Damn. Okay. Well, mine.
But yeah. Okay.
No, okay, yeah. So mine is, of course, Infinity War. Now, here's the funny thing about it. Okay. Infinity War, you think would be the unanimous choice. I won't say unanimous, but it would be like the popular majority choice that everybody would pick. So I ran a poll today online, to see what everybody's favorite comic movie was. And I put on there saying, since I already know Infinity War is going to win, what is the second best comic book movie? And then it's when the assholes start coming out. Oh, well, I like this movie better than Infinity War. I like that movie better than Infinity War. Why don't you put Infinity War on there? I didn't put Infinity War on it because it's going to win. You don't have to like Infinity War. I completely understand you don't have to like it. But even if you put Infinity War on there, it's going to run away with it and skew the numbers. Put it on there anyway because I wouldn't vote it. I'm like, okay. So I took that poll down, put another post up, and guess what happened? Infinity War was on there, ran away with it, fucked up the numbers. I think people just like to argue just to argue for no reason. I don't know. So, if anybody wants to know how that poll went, it basically went Infinity War, Black Panther, Spider-Verse, Aquaman, and everything else was just kind of just down there. Like Venom was down there, Ant-Man the Wasp was down there, Deadpool 2 was down there. That was kind of shocking. Like, why is nobody talking about Deadpool 2?
I don't know. Well, yeah, I don't know. It was cool.
I'm gonna give my honest opinion about Deadpool 2. Okay, and Deadpool 1, both, because I feel like there's no rewatchability with those movies. That's how I feel.
I watched the first one all the time. I mean, shit. Before, yeah, I watched this first one. I don't even know, man. That was on constant rotation when it first came out on disc. I watched that shit a lot.
I don't know, Eli. I couldn't do it. I couldn't rewatch. I mean, when I first watched both of those movies, I loved them. First time I watched, maybe the second time movies, I loved them. But I couldn't. Either one of those movies, I couldn't watch on repeat like over and over again. It's like once you hear the jokes, that's pretty much it. I don't know. It just didn't have that same feeling once you heard the jokes the first time. So I don't know. It's just like everybody loved Deadpool when it first came out, and then like I said, we're down the road. A lot of people forgot the movie even came out or even came out this year. Even though we love the character. But it's like nobody's favorite movie, comic book movie of the year. Which is weird, I think. Because at the time, people were saying it was their favorite. So, I mean,
it's good, but I don't like it as much as the first one,
I don't know. I think that it's about the same. I like it as much as the first. I won't say it's better. I won't say it's worse. It's about the same as the first one.
Yeah, I mean, I've only watched it. I mean, I have that one too, but I've only watched it a couple times. Mm-hmm. So since I've had it, well, I mean, whereas the first one, I've played that shit. I don't know. I never get tired of seeing people's heads get cut off and shit. So, and Gina Carano. I love Gina Carano too. So.
Okay. I'm gonna watch.
But I don't know. I also, another movie I was about, which I just watched it like a couple weeks ago. Was that The Night Comes for Us? It's like a martial arts movie, and holy shit, that was dope. It's just like The Raid. Well, it's got guys from The Raid in it, and it's just brutal and violent. Man, I gotta watch it. Well, I've been watching one scene over and over again. It's a fight between these 3 female assassins, and they're like cutting each other's guts out and shit, still fighting. It's crazy.
Damn. Okay. Well, I'll check that movie out. Okay.
But I figured I better go.
Okay. Let's see. All right. So let's do this. Let me give you this one. Favorite album.
Oh, my favorite album?
Yeah.
This was kind of hard for me because I'm so ADD with music that but I'll go with Skeletal Remains.
Okay.
They're a death metal band. I really dig this band. They put out a new one this year. Even though I didn't think it was as good as their last album, I still thought. I just want, people to know about this band, so I picked that. I know it's death metal, and it's an acquired taste. But I jammed that one a lot. I'll say, Devouring Mortality is the name of the album. If I got to pick a hip hop, I don't listen to much new hip hop. That's what I've noticed.
I mean, you don't have, like I said, you didn't have to do hip hop, just whatever.
Yeah, but I'll just say the Czarface MF Doom album was cool. And that came out this year. Because everything I listen to, I get into it like a year down the line usually. Like I'll usually hear about it from like, my friends or my nephew or my brother or something. They'll turn me on to some shit. And then I was like, and then it's been out for a while. I didn't know. So.
Okay.
But yeah, that was my favorite album. I put. So.
Okay. My favorite album, actually, I didn't even like this album at the beginning, but it grew on me. And that was actually the Black Panther soundtrack. But not the score, the Kendrick Lamar one. Remember
Oh,
when we
okay.
first did it, I trashed it at first.
Yeah, you did.
I did. I trashed it, but at the same time, I started listening to it, and some of the songs started growing on me. It's like because I guess I trashed it because I expected to, be in tune with the movie and have themes with the movie, and I guess that threw me off. When I just listened to it, I just feel like listening to some music and just riding down the street with something. That was the album to do it to. It just had a nice vibe to it. I guess I don't know. So overall, it's going to be one of my most listened to albums of the year, and I can listen to it completely straight through, all the way through. It has some nice songs on there. Had some, popular singles. Like I said, they're gonna win Grammy stuff like that. But it was some of the songs that were on, and it had a lot of artists that I did like on there. I'm like, man, this is actually a pretty good album. Like I said, not my favorite album of all time, but for this year, probably one of my most played. Yeah, definitely. So let's see what else we got.
Cool.
I mean, that's what happens in music sometimes. Sometimes, albums can grow on you if you go back and give them a chance. Eli, you might have to, I don't know, make up something on this one. Favorite video game?
Oh yeah, I didn't. I probably would have put Spider-Man if I played it.
Yeah, I was
But I
gonna, I
haven't
was gonna
played it
give you
yet.
a pass. I was gonna give you like a lifeline if you.
Well, the thing, and you know what's funny is like I put Spider-Man in the other day. Fuck it, I'll play Spider-Man finally because I got it. I just haven't played it yet. So I finally put it in, and then it fucking had to take like an hour and a half to fucking download or whatever.
Oh yeah, because you
So
got
I'm
like
like,
three
fuck.
DLCs
So I didn't end
on
up.
top of it, and yeah.
Yeah, I was like, shit. Well, I didn't get to play it yet still. 'Cause-
Okay, see the thing is, Eli, you got to do what I do. You got to start down. You got to start downloading stuff at work. Just boot it up. You go to work. You come back. Then it's ready.
yeah, oh shit. I was like, I forget about it because I don't play enough games to remember. Like, I only buy like one game a year maybe. And
So yeah, I have it down to a science now. So, yeah, my favorite game of the year obviously is Spider-Man. I feel like it should have won Game of the Year for everybody. I don't know why people keep picking Red Dead Redemption and God of War. The game's fucking boring. I fall asleep playing that shit. Spider-Man is fun. Like, I try to play those other games. I get bored. I put Spider-Man. I just like swinging, just like the storyline. I just beat the DLC. You want to see the DLC? I'm trying to upload it on YouTube. I'm going to have issues uploading it, but it will get up there eventually, sometime down the road. Hopefully before next year. But I'm not making any promises. So, yeah. Spider-Man. Go play it. My PS4 is pretty much a Spider-Man machine. Ooh, now this one's going to be interesting, Eli. Favorite comic series?
oh yeah, this was hard.
Okay.
I will go with Venom. Donny Cates' Venom.
Oh. Johnny
Yeah.
Cage, y'all. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Venom cool again. In theory, Venom is cool, but when you go back and like read his shit, he's really not that cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's cool as Spider-Man's villain, but then they try to hero him up, and then he got stupid for like 20 years, but Donny Cates brought him back to like a badass. You know what I'm saying? He like basically retconned his character, but still paid tribute to all that old crap that was going on, but still said fuck you to that old crap, but include shit really happened, but fuck it. We're not going to, we're going to skip over it, but it's still part of your canon, but you're this now. You're this badass cool thing, and just like, redoing his origin with Null, the symbiote god and all that shit. And, making him part of like, he was Grendel, that Thor and the Norsemen were fighting him back in the day. I mean, it was just a crazy cool ass story. And just, yeah, I thought about other shit to put on there, but when it comes down to it, so yeah.
Damn, I don't know if I had anything to match that. I'm trying to think what was my favorite. Damn it, what was my favorite?
Bendis is Superman.
I guess.
You're the only one who likes it.
I'm the only one who likes it. Everybody hates it. I mean, it's not just like other podcasters. Like, I have to go to war with like everybody on Facebook, even just mentioning Brian Michael Bendis' name. I know it's going to be a fight. So, yes, I defend it. I do like it. Even though I only like one of his runs. I only like the Superman run. I don't really care for the Action Comics run because I feel like it's too slow. So, I don't want to say it. I guess I say because it's the one I have the most fun. Like, can I say Doom? I can't say Doomsday Clock, can I?
Well, I guess.
I
You mean
can't.
comic
I
book
feel like it's against
series?
the rules. I feel like that's against the rules.
Well, it
Okay,
started last year, but it's gonna be going.
and it's still
Shit.
going, but it's
It's
supposed to
still
end.
going on.
But it's like it
Yeah.
might end sometime in 2020 at the rate it's going. So
No
it might.
shit.
It's lasted longer than most regular series comics.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, it's gonna be your favorite series next year too.
Right. It's gonna last longer than Riri Williams. So shit. No, I'm not gonna do that. Fuck, man, I don't want to put Superman on there, but I guess because the thing is, when I said that, Superman was the first thing that popped in my head. Because it was the book that I know I
Yeah.
read, exclusively every time. Made sure I never put down and stay with storyline and. Uh,
I'm gonna
yeah.
put down Fantastic Four.
Oh hell no!
You're the only one reading that.
I'm the only one, but at least I know that book is shit. I'm just reading it just to say I told you so. So yeah. I'll put Superman on there. I'll put Brian Michael Bendis Superman on there because it's my personal favorite. I understand it is a guilty pleasure, but that is okay. You
There
can
you
have
go.
a guilty pleasure. So I don't know what else.
Hey, whatever puts a smile on your face. Fuck it. Who
Yeah,
cares?
I mean, I know it's not going to win awards. I know Bendis is taking risk and chances, but like I said, it's my guilty pleasure. I like reading it, and I like what he's doing. So I don't know.
There you go. Yeah.
Come at me, bro. Okay. Favorite comic book storyline / event.
Oh shit. Oh damn. Event.
Mhm.
Fuck. You know what? I was gonna put down the Aquaman, the like arcs or whatever. It's been going. That's like going on forever too. Because
Okay.
this whole thing, the underworld, where Corin Wrath like took over Atlantis and then put up the wall or put up the dome. It was a whole metaphor for the Trump era. You know what I mean? And then
Oh yeah, put
usurped
up
the
the wall.
kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that shit. I mean, that was cool, but that's been going on since last year. And the Deadpool, the Choose Your Own Adventure. You are Deadpool.
You been reading that?
Yeah.
Oh,
I-
you never
I
talked
me-
about it.
Yeah, because every time I wanted to, something
I
happened.
won't
Like
shut the fuck
either
up about Superman.
no, like it was like Infinity War came out or like Solo came out or something, and we didn't do books that week.
Mhm.
But like every time I wanted to talk about it, something happens, and we never end up doing books. But yeah, that You Are Deadpool is actually really cool. It's a choose your own adventure book, and you get like a dice and shit, and you roll your dice, and yeah, you choose your yeah. It's fun. It was like really cool. It was really interesting how they like broaden the horizons of comic book storytelling. You know what I mean? That was really cool. So yeah, fuck it. That You Are Deadpool. That's mine.
You're Deadpool. Okay, that's your event. Okay. Mine is I don't even know if this came out. Did Metal come out this year?
No,
Oh shit.
it ended this year.
Oh fuck. Okay. Well, that fucked
You
me
could
up.
say it did.
It would have been there. Okay. Oh shit. I guess we'll go Doomsday Clock.
I suppose that's a
Even though that
series
started last year also.
or storyline.
Yeah,
Okay,
just storyline event because I mean it still counts. I'm still counting it.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I count that.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, so I count that. All right. I'm not too enthused about that pick, but I'll put it on there just because of the
Oh
storyline.
shit! I didn't pick one of these. Single issue. Damn,
Yeah.
I didn't do that yet.
You didn't pick single issue? Yeah.
No, damn, that's gonna be hard, dude. Well, do yours first, because I got.
Okay. You know mine. You know mine's
What?
gonna be okay. Mine is Action Comics 1000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nobody else picked this one but me.
I got that signed too
Oh,
Yeah.
By who?
by what's his name? Not Dan Abnett. What the fuck's his name again? Not Dan Slott. What's his name? The guy
Dan
who wrote
Jurgens.
some of the
Dan
Dan
Jurgens.
Jurgens. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
okay.
lives here. That's right. Yeah,
Wait, he lives in Minnesota?
I guess.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, like I said, it was my favorite Action Comics 1000. It was just pretty much you can pick it up if you don't know anything about Superman. You can just pick it up and just learn about Superman. It brought back the red trunks. You know, Jeff Johns and Richard Donner wrote a story in there that was pretty interesting. It was the first time Brian Michael Bendis, picked up it. Of course, his story was the worst story in the book, but still cool. So I still enjoyed that. I read that book actually numerous times. I did plenty of video podcasts on like those video breakdowns, but like that on like a few of those storylines because I love the book so much. So easy, like it's not even questioned my favorite book of the year.
All right.
Yeah. Hopefully,
fuck.
I filibustered long enough for you to.
I was gonna say I don't know what the number it is, but I don't know. Shit, that Punisher one with where Jigsaw raids the jail. I don't know what number.
I don't know.
Or even that last Doomsday Clock issue was dope too. That was dope.
That was almost my pick. That was almost my pick.
Was the fire with the Firestorm shit? That was pretty cool.
Yeah, and Putin shows up and.
Yeah. Fuck. Or what was that? See, I don't know the numbers. Oh, gee, I can't believe I forgot this.
That would have been my top 5 if we went out top 5. But Doomsday Clock, that was Doomsday Clock number 8.
Okay, Immortal Hulk. The one where he fights the Avengers. Is it 6 or 7?
Okay.
Oh, it's 7. Okay, yeah, that's mine. Immortal Hulk number 7, where the Avengers try to stop him, and he beats the shit out of everybody. He knocks out Thor's tooth.
Oh, damn.
He fucking overloads Black Panther's suit with one punch.
Damn.
Like Tony Stark has to blow up the whole town to try and kill him and shit. And that's where they coined the term Devil Hulk, where Thor did.
Okay.
Because the gamma bomb created the Hulk, which means a gamma bomb. The bomb is basically fear and terror and warfare. Gave creation to this beast. This instead of a god, it created the devil, and that's where Devil Hulk was coined the term. Was born. So that'll be mine because I totally forgot about Immortal Hulk. That's a though.
I was thinking that you were gonna pick that. I was like, why are you not picking Immortal Hulk?
It totally slipped my mind.
Because that book, I haven't been reading it, but I mean, just the synopsis I've been hearing about it, like the book just sounds like it's awesome. It sounds like it's far and away Marvel's, but other than Venom, like Venom and Hulk.
Venom and Immortal Hulk are both pretty. Yeah, those are probably the two. Well, the only Marvel books and the Punisher.
And the Punisher,
I think about it.
Yeah, so
everything else is on Unlimited. Those are the ones that are on my pull list. Oh yeah, and Cap. I forgot Cap's been doing pretty good.
Cap is doing pretty good also. I feel like Cap is like a little step behind about those other books, but if you go into the next tier, it's definitely Cap. Which I don't understand why Ta-Nehisi Coates is probably one of the best Cap runs, of all time, or at least in recent memory, and he can't write a Black Panther book for shit.
Well, I heard what's this? Like Black Panther went to space or something.
It's so fucking bad, man. It's so bad.
Really?
Because it finally hit Marvel Unlimited. So I'm sitting here reading. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, is it in the future? Is it now? Is it even T'Challa? We don't even know if it's even real Black Panther. It might be his ancestor. I mean, his descendant. It might be a dream. Somebody might be playing mind control. We don't know what the fuck going on. And I get it. I get what's going on. It's a parallel that Coates is trying to do because, like I said, Black Panther's a king, right? So he's in outer space, but he's a slave, and he doesn't remember his name. He has amnesia, so he doesn't remember his past.
They're trying to call him Toby and shit.
Right?
Like, no.
What's your name, boy? T'Challa.
Shit. Oh,
like, come on, Coach. You had to be that damn heavy-handed.
Oh, shit.
Like, he really tried.
Well, it sounded cool. Like, I saw it. I was like, it sounded cool. I was like, maybe I'll give Coates another run on the Black Panther.
Skip this shit. I was like, I don't know what the fuck Coates doing. It's just like he trying to get the book canceled. And the thing is, the book comes out and nobody even cares anymore. Like, it's still going.
Yeah.
I'll see it on the pull list and just ignore it. Like, I don't even feel like reading this shit right now. Before we go there, another single issue that I love. Like, you like Hulk beating the fuck out of the Avengers. I like Hulk beating the fuck out of the Avengers. But it was the one in the Avengers book. That came out this year, right?
Infinity Wars or just the Avengers?
The Avengers.
book?
Not that Infinity Wars bullshit. Not that bullshit. The No Surrender one. Remember when
Oh yeah.
like they went to the Grandmaster and the Challenger and all that shit like that? And that's when Immortal Hulk first came back. You know, he popped up and he fought fought the U.S. Avengers and beat the shit out of them, killed like half of them. You know, it was like Marvel was just like, okay, this Avengers roster a little bit too big. We need to thin the herd. Bring back Hulk and have him thin the herd. I was like, man, he was just beating the fuck out of everybody. A lot of those dudes I haven't seen since. I was like, okay, that's how you do it. Just send the Hulk on them. You know. Yeah, I can't remember what book that was. But what's the next one coming, Vincent? Comic book we did not find.
TV shows. We have
TV shows. Yeah. You got one?
Yeah.
What you got?
Damn, I almost put down the X-Files, but
The
I
X-Files?
forgot. Yeah, but
Are they
I thought, yeah, they did come back. I was all, yeah, I wrote a big thing on. I wrote a top 10 episode list on Outright Geekery and shit. I was so excited, but then I watched it and I was like, well, there's only like 2 or 3 good episodes in that season. And I
Oh,
was like,
wow.
but then I got to go. Luke Cage season 2. That shit was awesome. That made my list.
That made?
Yeah.
Okay.
That made my shit, man. I gotta say, man, that's like the only show out of the Marvel shows where I actually went back and watched episodes again, besides Daredevil.
Right.
But
That's why I was
yeah.
wondering, like, you picked it over Daredevil?
Daredevil season 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. Daredevil season 3 didn't get good till like halfway through, where I was like, I was into Luke Cage, like the whole, like, yeah, I was into Luke Cage. I was surprisingly, impressed at how good that show, like that second show was. And it might be my favorite out of all those shows besides like Daredevil, the Daredevils.
Right. Eli, I think we're the only ones that like season 2.
Yeah, I loved it. I liked I just, like I said, I thought it was like The Wire with the superhero in it.
To be honest with you, Eli, I'm probably agreeing with you.
Yeah.
I mean, not overall, but as far as like, do I like Luke Cage season 2 better than Daredevil season 3? Because honestly, Daredevil season 3, it didn't hold my attention like I thought it would. I don't know what it was. Like, I really had to struggle to get through it.
Yeah, like the first 3 episodes it didn't get like, oh shit, till the prison episode.
Right.
And then I was like, then it was fine. But like Luke Cage, like from the get-go, I was just like, I could not wait to watch the next episode. Like that was the only one where, like, besides the Punisher, because I was hoping that was going to get good at some point.
Yeah.
But but that was like the one season where I was like, I couldn't wait to see, the next, I wasn't taking breaks where I did the other seasons. The other shows I took a break. Okay, I watched 2 or 3, and then I take a couple days and then watch the next few. And where this one is like over the course of 2-3 days, I fucking blazed through it and loved it. I was like, damn. And I went and rewatched a bunch of the episodes and shit.
I did also. I like the side characters that were in there. I thought Missy had a good arc going through there. Just the plot twist. Bushmaster, actually, am I saying it right? Bushwhacker? What's his name?
Bushmaster.
That guy, yeah. He had a nice arc, and then he wasn't even the main villain. It was really, Black Mariah actually was the big bad of the show. And I was like, okay, well, that's a turn.
She's one of the fucking gnarliest MC or Marvel villains yet, I think.
I liked her better than Cottonmouth.
Yeah.
I mean, when it's all said and done, everybody went crazy with Cottonmouth. I liked her better. I thought she was like a black lady Lex Luthor.
Yeah, she was fucking evil as fuck, man. Like, I hated her. I hated her character, and that's just a good villain.
And my favorite scene was her walking down the highway with a shotgun and bare feet.
Or the prison, when she goes to jail and shanks the bitches in the prison and shit. Like, holy shit, this chick is fucking ill. And like, damn, like Thanos, this is who Thanos should be in love with.
When she was in court, she was like, you need me. You throw me in jail. I was like, damn, okay, she giving that speech, okay.
Yeah.
I can't.
Plus, the music was dope. All the music that was in there.
And the music, actually, I feel like the music played better with this than it did with last season because, okay, they had the regular music playing, but then when the Rastafarians and Jamaicans started taking over, all of a sudden, reggae music started playing in the club now. It's like, that they're taking over. Mm-hmm. I was like, damn, okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's sad. I was like bummed out when I heard they canceled it. I was like, damn, I felt they were just hitting their stride.
Right.
So
And then they threw
But yeah,
in that crazy ass ending specifically so they thought they put pressure on Netflix to have a season 3. Nope.
yeah,
They don't care. So,
yeah.
but it's not mine, Eli. Not mine.
Okay.
My favorite, and maybe I'm jaded on this, my favorite is Titans.
Okay.
Yeah,
Haven't seen it, but yeah.
it's my favorite when I see it. I mean, at first, I mean, you watch the previews of it and it leaked footage. I was like, okay, this show is gonna suck. This show is gonna be terrible. But actually, it was pretty good. It had a character arc with it. They actually explain why Robin is so fucking crazy on this show. It's Batman's fault, you know. And the whole
That makes sense.
The
Yeah.
whole right, and the whole show is actually him trying to get back to normal. You know, by I think like episode spoiler, by episode 7 or 8, he burns the Robin costume. Like just lights on fire and just walks away from it. And he does become Robin again for the rest of that season. I'm like, wow, because
So
he's
he's
like, I
gonna be
can't.
Nightwing then? Is he going to be Nightwing next season?
Well, that's the thing. They're hinting at it. You know,
Right.
but they didn't just come out and say it. But basically, he was like, I can't go back to being Robin anymore because there's too much violence and too much Batman associated with that. I have to be my own man. So the whole thing, he's having an identity crisis the whole time through it. Like, the guy that plays Robin, he makes the show. Like, he makes the show just everything they're doing with him. Raven is awesome because Raven is the way they change the dynamic. So it's like she's his surrogate daughter. You know, he's looking at because she's younger now. He's older. So he's looking after her, you know, helping her out, mentoring her, stuff like that. Beast Boy is weird how he's in there because he's basically Raven's boyfriend.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're both young, so they're just teenagers. So he's only there because he just likes Raven. And Raven likes him too, and I just want to hang out with you guys. Okay. That's it. He's just there, you know. Starfire is the biggest controversy over here. I like her. Honestly,
after you were shitting over her.
after I was shitting over the whole time, yeah, and I was one of the main ones shitting over, but actually like watching her performance, watching her play the character, I was like, I like the performance. I like what she's doing. She adds a whole new dynamic to the show, you know. And, you know, after a while, I just, okay, that's Starfire. She's on the show. Like, you know, you miss when she's not on there. Not only that, but they have all these other, you know, supporting cast kids like Hawk and Dove pop all the time. They're awesome. There's a whole subplot going on right now where Robin and Dove used to sleep together. Which was the girl?
Oh, yeah.
Whatever was the girl, he sleep with her. Yeah, so they have a thing back in the past, and the other one, not the girl, but the guy, doesn't like Robin because anytime Robin shows up, he thinking he coming there to steal his girl, which he may or may not be trying to. We don't know. Because they actually show a dream sequence in the last episode where they see that Robin's, you know, greatest dreams, you know, what he wish he had, and he was married to Hawk or Dove, whichever the girl was, you know. So, and that was his biggest wish, you know. And technically, Batman shows up in the last episode, but not really.
I heard about that. Like,
Let me explain this. Let me explain it because a lot of people
all this hype. Yeah, there's all this hype
for no fucking reason. And if you watched the episode before, it kind of explained it. The whole thing was a dream sequence. Here's the thing: the whole thing was a dream sequence. So what happened was. The whole series, I mean, like I said, people that know anything about the Titans, you know, Raven is the daughter of Satan or whatever like that. And this cult, and that's the whole thing. This cult is like hunting them down, like hunting Raven down. And the Titans basically combine to try to, like, you know, protect Raven, you know, because they're coming after her and the train, stuff like that. But eventually they kidnap Raven and trick her into releasing Satan or Trigon and Titan, or whatever the dude's name is. He's loose, hell on earth, all this stuff. So Dick goes after them, you know, to try to save Raven, but so he walked through the door, boom, he just puts him in like some kind of dream sequence, and he makes him live out his biggest fantasy, whereas 5 years later, he's married to Hawk or Dove or the girl or whatever. They got a kid, they're living in a house, happy, you know, but he gets this thing saying, Batman's going fucking nuts, Batman's crazy, Batman's just killing all his bad guys, like he don't give a fuck no more. But he's even taking it further than that. He's killing like cops, security guards, anybody gets in the way, he's killing anybody. So Robin was after, but the thing is, it's a whole dream sequence. That's all. They actually never really even show Batman. You kind of like see silhouettes and glimpses of Batman, you know, whatever. But The ending of it was cool because they had a stinger ending at the end that showed Superboy and Crypto.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so apparently they're setting them up for season 2, whenever season 2 is, because they haven't announced when anyone's going to come in. Anyway, next week, Young Justice season 3 will be on there.
Okay.
So yeah, have I gone on too long about this? I think I have.
You seem to like that show.
I still like this show. Okay, that's why it's my number one show. And I'm probably gonna just marathon it straight through because I think it's kind of cheating because it came out weekly, so I kind of anticipated every new episode was coming out. But now instead of this Netflix would just dump it all at one time. But now I can just watch one time and see what happens.
You got a favorite episode of the year?
Do I have an episode of the year? The episode of the year, yeah, Doom Patrol. That was my favorite episode.
From Titans?
Yeah, because the Doom Patrol shows up in Titans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because that's who Beast Boy is. That's who they find Beast Boy with, which is from the comics. Beast Boy was with Doom Patrol first before he was with Titans. So they find him with the Doom Patrol, and they look like they're almost about to fight the Doom Patrol because the Doom Patrol is trying to get Raven also. You know, it's weird shit. But that was by far the best episode. And guess who wrote that episode?
Jeff Johns.
Jeff Johns. Jeff Johns, y'all. We're gonna make that a thing. But yeah, I got nothing. I think that's all with that one. So I guess we move on. Oh, okay.
I got an episode of the year. This was hard. I had to really, because I watch a lot of shit. So I had to settle my favorite episode of the TV shows. Atlanta, the season premiere, Alligator Man.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. Well, it's a great show. There's a lot of good episodes, but I gotta say the one that I kept watching over and over was the season premiere, the one with Cat Williams.
Okay.
Funny as fuck. The show is really funny, but then it gets really weird at times too. But yeah, the Alligator Man episode was hilarious.
Now, some people say, like I said, I haven't seen it, but some people say their favorite episode was that Teddy something episode.
Oh, Teddy, yeah, that one. Oh, yeah, that's weird. That's
Okay.
It's a weird. That's not funny.
Okay.
That's like almost like a horror.
Donald Glover actually went to the Grammys dressed as that guy.
Yeah, what was his name? Teddy. Yeah, he was like what? It's like a statement on like Michael Jackson.
Something.
Yeah, and he like what's the what the fuck's his name? His cousin goes to buy a piano from this rich guy, and it turns out it's that dude. Yeah, Teddy Perkins, that's his name.
Teddy Perkins. There we go. Okay, I want to say Teddy Ruxpin so bad.
Yeah, I was thinking the same shit. But it's just a weird. Yeah, he goes to this guy's house. He lives like way the fuck far away, and like out in the sticks and shit. And he lives in this like mansion, and he was like a black dude that made himself white, and he's like living in this fucking mansion by himself, and he's really weird. And then he's got and at the end of the episode, there's like some dude tied up in the basement and shit. It's really fucking weird. And that's how that show is. And there'll be some like really funny episodes, and all of a sudden there'll be an episode that's really like kind of sad or tragic or weird like that. It's a cool show, but it gets odd at times. But but I watched the season premiere with Cat Williams where he keeps an alligator in his house, and the cops show up and shit, and he's fighting with his old lady, and it's fucking hilarious. He's the cops. Could you step outside? He's like, no, I ain't stepping outside. So I'm gonna let my alligator out. He's like, you ain't got no alligator. And then everybody around the neighborhood, yes, he does. That's the alligator. Oh yeah, that's yeah. So yeah, that's my favorite episode of the year. It was hard picking that one too because I was I was gonna go with the X-Files again too, but
okay. I feel like I need to jump on the Atlanta train. It's not too late. It's only season 2, so yeah.
Yeah, and there's only like 7 or 8 episodes a season. It's not like this long, and they're only like half hour, I believe.
Okay, so it's pretty easy to breeze through.
Yeah, they're not long episodes, But yeah, it's good stuff though.
Okay. Let's just briefly talk about Netflix. Just get in there. Eli, did you see Bird Box?
Oh no, sorry.
Okay, I figured it. That's cool. No big deal. I'm just gonna briefly give a review of Bird Box. It sucked. I don't care what
That's what I'm
nobody.
hearing.
It sucked. But I hear some people saying it's genius. It's brilliant. Eli, I've seen so many think pieces on this piece of shit movie.
Oh. Well, I trust my friends and my family who like watch horror movies who've seen it and said, "Oh." So I was like, "Oh, really?" It's like, "Damn it, Leroy wants me to watch that."
The only reason I wanted you to watch it so you could shit on the movie. I would have felt better so we could both shit on it. That's all. It was because I thought the movie was good, but I didn't want to say anything that I didn't want to influence your opinion at the time. But now
Okay,
I don't
yeah.
care. So
Yeah.
just like, the
Well-
fucking movie sucked, man. It's
All the other geek savs said it sucked too.
okay, just because I didn't want to influence your opinion. That's why I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
But like I
No.
said, Netflix actually came out said it is their most popular movie in like a 7-day period of all time. You know, they said
Yeah.
45 million accounts have watched that movie, which means 1 billion people watched it. You know? So my thing is, why did this movie get popular? That's the thing, and I had some theories, Eli.
Because
Black
people are stupid.
Yes, one reason. But main reason I think it got popular, Black Twitter.
Okay, because I've seen all these memes and shit,
And that's what made the movie popular. The memes.
I'm like, what the hell, man?
Mhm.
You know?
People have memed the shit out this movie. The memes are way more entertaining than the actual movie.
It seems like it. Even though I don't know what they're, I
That's
don't
the
get
thing.
any of them.
That's the thing. Like if you watch the movie, the memes are hilarious, but you have to suffer through the movie to get them. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason the movie is popular, because it became this, this thing that, okay, peer pressure, everybody, I have to find out what this thing means, what this meme means, why is everybody talking about it? So it just got this, monkey see, monkey do attitude where everybody just wants to just do what everybody else is doing. It's I feel too peer pressure. Based like this, I watched on Christmas Eve. My family wasn't doing anything that night. I was bored as hell. So I'm like, I just watched Bird Box. And I'm watching, I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? Like, who the hell told me to watch this dumb shit, And then it was finally over, and I was like, thank God this movie's over with. I will say this. Sandra Bullock was awesome in the movie.
Okay.
She
Well,
basically
she's Sandra
carried the movie. Because it was basically a dumbass plot, but she, like I said, she's Sandra Bullock. And that's another thing. Twitter and social media doesn't know who Sandra Bullock is. They keep calling her the lady from Bird Box.
Jesus.
I mean, really? Sandra Bullock?
She's the lady from the net for me.
Right. Like Gravity.
Or just Sandra Bullock, you know.
Yeah. Like Demolition Man. Speed
Oh, yeah.
1. Speed
Speed.
2.
That's
Cruise Control.
She was in that shit.
Yeah. Gravity. She was in all this stuff. So
Oh,
how
yeah.
is she the lady from Bird Box? That's all they know her as now.
Fuck it, I ain't watching it now.
There's no reason why. It's just weird, man. It's just one of the most. It became this social media phenomenon. That's all. But it's just, but for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Now I will say this: it is a entertainingly bad movie. It's not boring. It's entertainingly bad,
Okay.
but it's still
Well,
bad.
Well, yeah, it's like, should I watch it just so I could laugh at some
Yes,
memes?
yes. Go in, watch it, and know I'm going to watch a shit movie. That's how you should watch it.
Yeah.
Don't do like these other guys thinking, oh, the movie is about what the fuck were they saying?
I saw some shit about it's about racism and how white people don't want to see.
That's one. I heard that, and that's the thing. Like the spectrum of what people think this movie is about is so wild. Like one movie, the movie hates white people or it hates black people. One movie is about mental illness. It's about depression. One is about social media. One is talking about Trump. What the fuck movie did y'all see? It almost feels like that Bluegrass Dreamgrass from last year. Like people are watching completely different movies.
Yeah,
And
better
that-
movies.
Yeah,
Sounds like they're
right.
watching awesome movies.
I don't know what movie you saw, and the funny thing, that's what the movie is about. Like you put your blinders on and you don't see it. I'm not gonna explain the movie. I'm not. Fuck that movie. There's another movie also that's on Netflix. Also, didn't get a chance to do it, but it's called Bender Slash or Bender Butt or something. Whatever it is, it's a choose.
Oh, is
your
that Black Mirror shit?
Yeah, it's a choose your own adventure movie.
Oh shit! Really?
I don't know what the fuck that means.
And I've never watched any Black Mirror. Everyone tells me I should. I just
I
haven't
watched
gotten around.
one episode, and I didn't watch anything else after that because that episode fucked me up so bad. I was like, okay, I can't watch any more of this shit. The rest of the shit is gonna be like this. This shit is nerve wracking. So I just get away from that. So yeah, Bird Box, watch it so you can understand the memes. Everybody that hasn't watched it yet, but just know you're gonna watch a bad movie. Can we talk about
Fuck
some
that. Go watch The Night Comes for Us.
I mean, no. Don't watch a good movie. Go watch a shit movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, just talk about video games real quick. I'm just gonna do some quick follow up from what we did 2 weeks ago with Soulja Boy.
Oh
So,
yeah.
Yeah. So
Selling
apparently,
legal
Soulja
games and
Boy. Nintendo said they were gonna, do action on Soulja Boy, and Soulja Boy basically put on his Twitter, "Fuck Nintendo, they ain't gonna do shit." His exact quote. I'm not making this up.
Right on, man.
Right. So, but apparently 2 days ago, Soulja Boy completely removed all of his consoles off his website. So maybe Nintendo was like, "Fuck who?"
Yeah. Who the fuck are you?
Right. Crank that shit. So yeah, rest in peace to the Soulja Boy console. I heard it was shit anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Can we move on to the comic book section?
Yeah.
Okay, I know we running long as hell, but anyway, like I said, this is the part where we talk about the comic books. But the thing is, there wasn't no comic books that came out this week, so we're just gonna make up shit as we go along. I'll tell you what I will do. Since it's a year in review, I'll give you the top 5 selling comic books of the year.
All right.
I can do that. I don't have numbers in front of me, but I do know number 1 from number 5, so I'll do that. Number 1, Action Comics number 1000.
I got that.
We
Got it signed.
You never gonna let me live that down. I'm the Superman fan, but you got the one that's book signed. Number 2, Batman 50.
I got that too. Not signed though.
Okay, I was gonna say that shit better not be signed. Okay, that's the one that made Scott Snyder a hire bodyguard for Comic-Con. Angry 90-pound nerds were giving difference.
Why did Scott Snyder or Tom King?
Tom King. Yeah, he's the one that got the death threats.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. Okay.
Broke Batman's heart.
Right.
And mine too. Oh.
Oh, like wow. Yeah, it got pretty ugly with that. Number 3, and this was awesome. Amazing Spider-Man number 800.
I think I got that too.
I think you did, Eli. I think you talked me into reading that book.
I'm just a sucker, ain't I? I'm just buying all this shit.
But honestly, that was one of the best books this year. It really was.
It was good. That was a good one.
That was a good book because unlike Superman, where it was like split up into stories, this was just one long ass story. I hadn't read Spider-Man in years, maybe a decade, and knew every fucking thing that was going on in the book.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, cool. And this is
wrapped up. What's his face's run on that?
Red Goblin. Oh, Dan Slott. Yeah.
So
yeah.
No, that was good. Yeah. I didn't get that signed either. Damn it.
And this is fitting. This is almost poetic. Number 4 is Fantastic Four. Number 1.
I did not really get that.
Okay. And this is the book that Dan Slott left Amazing Spider-Man 4. So Dan Slott wrote this one. And the funny thing about it, now people hated this book, Eli.
That's what I hear.
This book. The reason they hated the book, because it was the Fantastic Four where they had came back the first time in years and they didn't even show up in the book.
I remember you reviewed it.
Yeah. I was like, he knew he was trolling people. Because in the letters page at the end, he was like, yeah, I know you guys are going to be mad, but don't worry, they'll be in the second book. They weren't in the second book either. Okay, and number 5 is Amazing Spider-Man number 1. This was Nick Spencer.
No, I didn't get that one.
Okay, he didn't turn Spider-Man into a Nazi. That's
the only thing he left he turned Spider-Man into. He's been turning everything else.
He's been black. He's been a woman. He's been old and fat. He's been killed. He died twice in the movies this year.
Yeah.
So yeah, make Spider Nazi. Fuck it. I don't even remember what happened in the book. To be honest with you, why is that number 5?
Uh,
Oh, he got back Mary
because it's a
Jane.
number.
That's right.
Oh, that's right. Did you
I
review
did.
that?
I did.
Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. I know
And
I heard about
yeah, I read it. I was like, yeah, no.
it.
Like it's the same old Spider-Man bullshit we've been reading before. I don't feel like doing this shit again. So that being said, Eli, can we get into the meat of it? Because this is what we really want to talk about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this, man.
Okay. Like I said, Eli and I, for the listeners out there, Eli and I talked about a book that we didn't get a chance to talk about last week. That came out last week. We want to talk about it this week because it made big head, and this is something we really, really want to talk about. This is Darth Vader number 25, the
Yes.
last issue of that series.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm just gonna do a review. I'm just gonna do a review. I know
Okay.
you know more about the book, but I'm just gonna wing it anyway. If I fuck up something, oh well, I just fuck it up. So, basically, not Doctor Doom, Darth Vader. Same difference. Well, fuck it, who cares?
He's still on that Fantastic Four
I
shit.
really am. Okay, so Darth Vader is on Mustafar. Like I said, the volcano planet that he was on that got chopped to pieces in episode 3, and he's been living on. And what was the name of that movie? Rogue One. He's been living on Mustafar, and apparently, stop me if I'm wrong, Eli. He found some way to access a portal through the Force to find some ancient Sith.
Yeah, there's there on that there's like there's some dark energy on that planet that he's trying to tap into. And so he builds this castle there to sort of harness it, and in doing so, he resurrected. Well, he has the this is the ending of the Fortress Vader arc, where he goes. It's just all about him going to Mustafar and trying to build his castle and to tap into that energy. But he had this mask. Palpatine gave him this mask of this old Sith Lord, Momo or whatever the fuck his name is. And that Sith Lord was like an architecture. He was like an artist, and he was, that mask starts possessing everybody. His spirit is alive in that mask, and he starts possessing, like taking over bodies and shit. And then he helps Vader build that castle, and they build numerous ones, because each castle cannot withstand the dark energy they're trying to harness. So they finally, this last issue, they finally got the one that can withstand all that powerful energy. And then in doing so, they resurrect that Momo or whatever his name was. I can't remember his name. Darth Momo or whatever.
Fear Darth Momo.
Yeah, they resurrect his body comes back. So now he's alive, and he's basically betrays Vader in doing so. And they have this fucking fight at the end of the last episode or the last issue. They have a fight. Vader ends up killing him again, but he got fucked up too. So we start with this issue where Vader's all fucked up, and he basically enters his astral plane, because he's
Force
that
ghost.
body,
Yeah.
that spirit that comes out of him. That's basically Vader in meditation. That's his astral projection.
I was thinking it was just a Force ghost, that's all, or something.
Yeah, that's Vader's Force ghost. Essentially, it's what it is.
Yeah.
So that's Vader, his dark energy or whatever. So
Oh, yeah, okay.
that's where we're at. So
That's
that's
where-
where
okay.
we're at. So
Okay.
go ahead.
Thank you for catching me up, because I knew a bits and pieces I was missing. Okay,
Yeah.
so like I said, his Force ghost, astral projection, or whatever you want to call it, chakra, whatever you believe in.
Yeah.
Yeah, he walks through this spirit door, and he basically goes through episode of This Is Your Life. He relives everything. The most important thing we want to take away from this is that the first thing he sees is his mother. His mother is pregnant, and all of a sudden you wonder how, and then you see this unnatural birth, and you see Darth Sidious behind her, like doing some kind of voodoo witchcraft, waving his hands like Scarlet Witch and impregnating, Anakin's mother, basically saying that's where he came from.
Mhm.
He was, Inception, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Immaculate Conception. I don't know. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Palpatine's his father, basically.
Manifested by the Force. Yeah, he used the Force to manifest the life of Anakin. Yeah.
Right. And you know what? Let's not breeze past this. Let's talk about this because the rest
Yeah.
of the page is just him just going through this is your life, and they just quote movie lines and shit like that. And he finds that he can't do it. Fuck that. Let's go back to the Palpatine shit because this is shit that had fanboys titties in the twist with this one. Why are the titties in the twist on this one? Like
I don't know. I really don't know. I guess something about it's confirming something, but then I always thought that was already like implied in Revenge of the Sith.
and that's the thing. Like George
Yeah.
Lucas left it open ended. He hinted
Yeah.
at it. He didn't confirm it, but he said like he put it out there. He definitely put it out there. Oh, but a lot of people were confused. They were thinking like, oh, that whole speech Palpatine was making that Darth Plagueis is Anakin's father. Like he's the one that
Yeah.
did it. But that's not what he was saying in there because a very important part they're missing from there is that he said, yes, Darth Plagueis knew how to do this stuff, but then he taught everything to his apprentice.
Yeah.
He told him that. So
And I guess there's a Darth Plagueis book that confirms that, but that's no longer canon.
exactly.
And I think maybe that's why people are pissed off. But then again, I've heard that in the original script of Revenge of the Sith, George Lucas had more lines where that he basically confirms that Palpatine did it.
Yeah, what he was gonna. I heard that also, where he was gonna say Palpatine was going to say, "I am your father." You know, basically say the same thing Vader said, because you know he liked to quote the same lines in different movies.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but I think somebody came to George said, "Don't put that in there."
Yeah.
Like this one, we're gonna tell you not to do. But the other time, Jar Jar Binks would let you do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Yeah.
And so he just left it out there and just left it open ended for it to be interpreted. You know, but reading this book and these books are canon, that confirms it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Palpatine is his father, which Lucas had already put out there to begin with. So I have no problem with it. Everybody freaked out for no fucking reason, saying why are they changing the lore? I guess if you a EU purist, it is changing the lore.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Because they're not. None of that shit's true anymore.
right? Which I never really took it true anyway, because a lot of times in those EU books, even in the prequel books, like a lot of those EU books that were made before the prequels were conflicting or contrasting with what they were doing in there. Like it wasn't lining up to what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't like George Lucas. He probably didn't even know what was going on in his EU books. He was just making the stories he wanted to make.
Yeah.
And a lot of times those EU books were conflicting with what was going on in the new movies and the prequel movies. And I am a purist. I'm like this. Whatever happened in those first 6 movies, that's canon. That's it. I don't give a fuck about anything else. Nothing. Comics, EU, video games, TV shows, cartoons, nothing. Those 6 movies are canon. Anything else to me, fan fiction. Even this Disney shit right now is fan fiction. I can enjoy it, but nothing they do, I don't care what they do. Chewbacca's a woman. Lando fucks robots. I don't care. That's my shit over here. Not my Star Wars. That's how I feel.
Yeah. So, what do you rate the book?
Oh, 3 out of 5. You know what? I will say this though. The art on this was actually really good.
Yeah.
For a Marvel book. That's what I don't
Yeah.
understand.
The art in this run is awesome.
That's what I don't understand. Like it's a Star Wars book. Is Marvel putting their best artists on Star Wars books?
I guess
Because
that
their regular books look like shit.
yeah, consistently Star Wars looks awesome.
What the? Does that make? Well, okay. I can say that doesn't make any sense, but it kind of does make any sense because you look at the sales charts. The Star Wars books are some of their best sellers.
Yeah.
It's like Spider-Man, Star Wars, and like everything else. So it would kind of make sense why they would put their best art. Because it kind of shocked me to see artwork that good looking in a Star Wars book. I'm thinking you would put like your shit artists on these books.
Yeah.
But they
And
got
like
Charles Soules, like actually a really good, like one of their best writers over there. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm like,
I mean, I'm gonna go a step high. I'm gonna go 2 steps high. This is a 5 out of 5 for me.
oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, this book blew me away. The story arc was this whole Fortress Vader story arc I thought was just okay. Like I stopped reading it a couple months because remember I reviewed the first couple issues back this past summer on the show, and then I kind of fell off it until you said you wanted to do it. I was like, sure, I guess I'll go back and read the rest. But yeah, this arc was just okay. I mean, it takes on this like ghost story horror kind of feel where he's resurrected, his spirit is possessing people and shit. And then like the Ghostbuster thing with Zool, and they're trying to build the building to bring forth evil and all that shit, and and this whole they resurrect the Sith Lord to make him help you build a house. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Right.
The ghost of a Sith Lord that builds houses. I'm like, yeah, whatever. So I just kind of like, But this last issue, I think, really sums up, who Darth Vader is and what he becomes.
Yeah.
Because, sure, you see that vision. That's what it is. I mean, he leaves his body. He goes through this the Force Locus or whatever, the dark side. He takes a journey through the dark side, and he sees all these visions. And some of them, you can take them as literal, but I thought of them as some of them were his deepest desires. Some of them were some of his fears. Some are, so a lot of it might not even be true, because you see like Palpatine like zapping Obi-Wan and shit.
And I do like that scene where Palpatine and Obi-Wan saw him coming into the temple, and both of them said at the same time, "I am your father."
I am your father. Yeah.
And it makes sense because he looked at both of them like father figures.
Yeah. And it shows him cutting down all the Jedi, It's like shows like what he really wants to be or what he wants to do with his power. But then at the end, there's that big blue light, which is Luke. You see, it doesn't show it, but that's Luke.
Right.
And like even within the darkness, like this is just the dark side, and even within the dark side, there's a bit of light. You know what I'm saying? Which just for me is like, that's just philosophical theology, like yin and yang.
Right.
There's dark and light, but even within each other, you see the yin and yang symbol, there's still a piece of each other in each side. There's a little bit of white and black in each side. So
I mean, the whole thing was he went through that whole vision, was doing all that evil shit in there to get back to Padme.
Yeah. And then she rejects him.
Yep.
And he was, because the whole time, and that's the thing, this whole arc, he's basically, it looked like his destiny was in other people's hands. Like he was created by Palpatine to be a tool and do all this shit. And then throughout this whole series, this whole Charles Soule run, you're seeing Vader like defy Palpatine. He's keeping secrets from Palpatine. He's basically planning on overthrowing him. And you see Vader come into his own.
Yeah, and the thing is, that's actually what Lucas was planning the whole time. Like Lucas had that in the storyline. Basically, his whole point was to overthrow Palpatine, but he had no way to do it. He couldn't figure out a way to do it.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like Vader was basically rejecting his destiny. He's like, I'm in control of my own destiny. I choose my own path. And that's what we're seeing in this one issue. We're seeing him let go of his pain. Let go of the past. Like you see all those references from all the movies and shit, and even the shit that Kylo Ren said.
Yeah, let the past go.
Kill the past and all that shit. He's like, when he sees that vision of Padme and she jumps and then the Force, the lightning strikes her and shit. That's all him like getting rid of all his pain and tragedy. Like, no, I'm no longer gonna be a slave to other people's pain and shit. I'm gonna choose my own way. And if you read, because I read most of the arc. Because I've been reading on Marvel Unlimited, so I haven't read every issue, but I've read most of them. This starts out right after he becomes Vader. It starts out right after Palpatine finds him on Mustafar and gives him his suit, and it starts out with the no, which pisses me off. I hated that. That's like travesty to me. But this run basically redeemed all that. This whole time he's saying no is him holding on to that pain. Holding on to the tragic, his tragic origin. And the last panel of this book, he's saying yes. And that's him like, yes. Yeah, he's like, yes. I'm not that emo bitch I used to be. I'm the Vader from the original Star Wars movie that scared the shit out of all us little kids. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was like, hell yeah, So yeah, this issue was dope. The story arc was but this issue by itself was great. I was like, wow.
You convinced me to go back and read this run. So.
Yeah. Most of it is on Unlimited. I think they're up to at least 15 or 16 now.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah, so check it out.
Any more books you got?
The only other book I read was that X-Force #1, and it was pretty whack. Like the art was, it was really bad artwork, man. It was, and of course,
that's what I'm saying. Their regular books look like shit.
Yeah, I know. It's like you had the Deadpool movie just out this past summer. You introduced Cable. You know what I'm saying? This is what Marvel keeps doing. Like, they have these awesome movies, and if you're a kid, I want to go check out a Marvel comic with Cable because he was just in this awesome movie I saw. Well, he goes and picks up this comic, and he's a little kid. Cable's a kid. Kid Cable. Yeah, Kid Cable. That's his name. That's what they're calling him, Kid Cable.
Oh, that's a real thing? I thought you were making it up.
No.
Oh, shit. Damn it,
Marvel.
But
the storyline is like nothing you haven't heard before. It's, the mutants are being hunted down by some fascist asshole who wants to lock them up and, all that shit, want to wipe them out. Mutants are minorities. We get it,
Mm-hmm.
all that shit. And nothing really, it was just kind of Like the thing was the art. The art was like really cartoony and exaggerated. And I just thought, why for like a gritty, violent story, I was expecting, like McFarlane or Liefeld type of shit. It's just like really, like Warpath has these big giant shoulders and these little tiny legs and shit. And it's like Ren and Stimpy, you know what I mean?
What the hell, Marvel?
So I was just like, I want my fucking $4 back. 1 out of 5. Fucking
damn. Okay. Oh well, they suck anyway. So, shoot. Anything else we got?
That's all I got.
Okay, cool. Yeah, definitely. If you listen this long, definitely like, share, and subscribe. We have all the podcasts. We have our sister podcast, Geek Savs. We have Comic Cast. Just dropped a new one. We got This Geeks and Comics. We got Instrument Destruction, which are gonna. Well, I think they have a new book coming out.
Yeah, Transformers got saved by somebody.
Yeah, so they're up and running. Okay, cool. Get Valiant still hanging in there. Hoodoo TV still going strong. So we got all these shows. Definitely listen to them. Hope you like our year-end review. We're gonna do some more stuff, but shit, I think this episode long enough. 2019, we're gonna come in with some really good stuff. We got some stuff for you. We're gonna do some New Year's resolution next week. Well, next year, either or. With what we plan on doing with this new show, we'll kind of clamp down and go from there. But until then, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
And Happy New Year. All right, cool. Stop this thing.